World Cup 2022. I'm so excited. This is probably the most interesting World Cup I've ever gotten to watch. I am so pumped to watch it, and most of the reason, no, all of the reason why this World Cup is so goddamn interesting is because it is Ronaldo versus Messi in their last World Cup possible. Both players have proved themselves over the last 20 years, literally at this point, to be the greatest player. कोई बात नहीं. To be the greatest players of all time. So, I'm very excited. But before we get on to the World Cup, we have to ask ourselves some questions. क्या है ये अतरंगी फिनोमेना मेसी और रोनाल्डो? क्या किया है इन्होंने ऐसा? कैसे किया है इन्होंने ये सब? और ये दोनों एक ही लेवल पर होकर भी इतने ज्यादा अलग कैसे हैं? 2003 में Ronaldo breaks into the Manchester United first team, and Sir Alex Ferguson, when he watches Ronaldo, he knows he's watching greatness. The fans and other players took about a year and a half to recognize this, but Sir Alex Ferguson knew that agar Manchester United has to become the greatest club in the 21st century, it has to be built around a person like Ronaldo. He put Ronaldo dead in the middle of the team, and he structured the team such that Ronaldo could perform better than any footballer anywhere in the world. Ronaldo scored screamers, Ronaldo ran the pitch, Ronaldo gave crosses that were next level, and he scored free kicks from places that nobody could score free kicks from. Parallelly, 2005 mein, this Argentinian kid from nowhere in Argentina ended up in the Barcelona main squad. And when people saw Messi play, people were like, ye ho kya raha hai? Cesc Fabregas, who was Messi's teammate in the youth squad, is very famous for saying something to the effect of, when I saw Messi do to me what he did to me, I was like, bro, like, chhod de bhai. Fabregas like, nahi ho raha. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was actually the greatest striker of that generation, arguably, you can make a case somebody else was, but he has a very famous quote saying, when I was playing at Barcelona, I kept wondering, why would you buy a Ferrari and a Lamborghini for the same team? And that is why he partly moved on to a different club, because he understood that Messi is here to stay, and this is probably the most brilliant player on the pitch. Now, Messi and Ronaldo had very different playing styles, but they kept competing each other from a distance. Ronaldo played in England, Messi played in Spain. The fun started happening in 2009 when Ronaldo left Manchester United and came to Real Madrid, such that the two greatest players of our generation, and not just our generation, of any generation by a mile, were playing in the same league against each other every year in rival clubs. This is where shit in club football went from 0 to 100 in a year. All records that were given to football players broke like they were sticks. The most number of goals in a season, the highest jump, the fastest sprint, the craziest goal, the most number of best player awards in a year, the most number of goals in European football. Insane results. Spanish football is topping all charts, and the El Clasico is the most watched sporting event every year. The El Clasico is Barcelona versus Madrid, for those who do not know. Starting 2009, the greatest era in club football began, where these two people continued to level up while everybody else just stopped there and watched the rise of something completely unbelievable. Since then, Ronaldo has moved from Real Madrid to Juventus in Italy and is now back in Manchester United in England. And Messi has moved to Paris. In my opinion, one of the greatest eras of club football is over. But the hottest debate of football still lives. Who is better, Ronaldo or Messi? और छोड़ो who is better, what separates them? ये दोनों इतने अलग skill sets, strengths और personalities लेके भी एक ही जगह के राजा कैसे हैं? Because I am not interested in their achievements. वो तो दुनिया को पता है. I am interested in the processes and the methods. I am interested in what makes them them. So the question we are asking is, ठीक है, दोनों great हैं, but what makes them distinct in their greatness? The first thing you need to understand is that at the top of any field, the differences between the greats are very subtle. Especially if the greats are playing at the same time and outperforming each other in every match, every tournament. The reason you have two equal greats is because they have everything that the other person has. However, what is also true is that these greats are very separate people. The media says Ronaldo is arrogant while Messi is humble. Ronaldo is okay with breaking the rules of perception and speaking out against what he doesn't like, while Messi focuses on the job no matter what. Ronaldo is seen often calling himself the GOAT, while Messi is seen saying that the GOAT status should go to either Johan Cruyff or Diego Maradona. Ronaldo shifts clubs. Messi would have retired at Barcelona had the financial rules not made his transfer to PSG inevitable. So, where do these differences come from? Well, two main things: defining motivation and defining edge. That is what separates people from each other in their work. So, let us look at Ronaldo versus Messi. Number one, motivation. Ronaldo के सारे colleagues, managers and actions will confirm that Ronaldo plays to win. Ronaldo plays for the glory that comes from playing top tier football at a level that no one else can. That is why Ronaldo is so comfortable shifting clubs, criticizing teammates and managers, and pushing himself to the level that he does. Because for Ronaldo, victory and the glory of victory matters above all else. As a personal motivation, he wants to be the greatest. This is an archetypical trait. अगर आप Greek mythology से familiar हो, so you will find Ronaldo is very much like Achilles. Achilles was a fighter who would fight for glory. He didn't care which war or which side he was fighting from as long as it made him the greatest warrior of all time. Messi, on the other hand, plays for passion. That is why Messi is never seen snubbing managers or being angry with teammates or frequently changing clubs. If Ronaldo loves winning above all else, Messi loves playing above all else. It is not like Messi doesn't want to win or Ronaldo is not passionate, but that it is not their defining motivation. Number 2, edge. To be a top tier footballer, you need everything. But to be the top amongst the top, you need marginal edge. Ronaldo's edge is hard work. He literally went from being a skinny teenager at Man United to being the alpha physical specimen in football. Everything from his sprint speed to his jumps to the size of his thigh muscle are stuff of legends. Ronaldo achieves his greatness through sheer force, and that is why people describe what Ronaldo does as impossible. Because very few ever work as hard as Ronaldo does every day. Messi's edge is different. People describe Messi as magic. Messi doesn't do the impossible in the same way as Ronaldo. He does something that even hard work cannot get. When Messi runs with the ball, you can see that God made Messi to play football. Messi's edge is that he's more talented than any footballer ever born. That doesn't mean Messi doesn't work hard or Ronaldo isn't talented. It just means what separates them from the rest or each other is hard work versus talent. This is also an archetypical difference. You can spot a similar difference in Arjun versus Eklavya, where Arjun is the talent and Eklavya is the hard work. Arjun is the most talented archer in the world. He can do magical things in war, while Eklavya works hard in silence and achieves the impossible. If you understand these differences, watching the World Cup and watching these two players on and off the pitch will make much more sense. In fact, if you saw the Ronaldo interview on Piers Morgan and don't know what to make of it, think of Ronaldo along motivation and edge and you will figure out why he said what he did. This is not to say Ronaldo is right or Messi is better or whatever, but to say that this is what defines who they are and this is why they do what they do. ये एक explanation है, justification नहीं. I apologize if I've offended any stance in advance. My job is not to give the verdict, but to simply explore. इसी के साथ जाते जाते, if you like this video and want to learn more about motivation, you can check out my video on motivation here.